Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 32 of the Pokemon Cup series. Today we're here at Orlando International Speedway for the running of the Tiburon 500. Starting on the pole today is the number 23 of O'Neal Balvin, and Kyle Manoli is on the front row you notice that all the top 8 playoff drivers start in those positions. Robert Smith and Eli Bright are in row 2. Cody Lupton and Rich Roy in row 3, and Grayson Acevedo and Ian Canario in row 4. And our winner from Talladega was Diego Yepes, and he's going to be starting way in the back. But Yepes did earn his second win of the season in our last race at Talladega. He was a former playoff driver, was eliminated in the round of 16, but he does get his second win of the season in that race last time. So now we'll see if another underdog will win here today, or will there be a playoff driver locking his or her spot into the Final Four. Coca-Cola is coming up after this, and that will be the race that decides which 4 drivers will battle for the title at Zandvoorts. So this is an important race as well. And Orlando is one of 2 tracks that goes clockwise. You'll notice of the way the cars move at this track, the way the cars run, they're in a clockwise form, which is one of only 2 tracks in the schedule to do that, the other being Calder Park. But this one's a super speedway. It's going to have a lot more excitement than that other track had. So here we go. Pace car comes down, and O'Neal Balvin leads the field to the green. And we're underway in the Tiburon 500 at Orlando International Speedway. How about Robert Smith trying to get right to it? He's already up to work, already leading the race. 3 wide. All these guys are going 3 wide. This track is wide enough to go 4 wide, barely wide enough to go 5 wide. It's a completely different surface and look than what we had before here at Orlando. More like the Tiburon track that you saw in EA Sports' NASCAR games. It is loved by everybody. And it's no surprise that this track is back again, and gonna be in hosting a very big race, as one of these drivers could potentially lock his or her spot into the Final Four in Zandvoorts. Robert Smith wants to be that driver to win and get in, and so does Cody Lupton. Both are competing for spots in the Final Four. Every position matters, and every point matters now. Points will reset, of course, with the Final Four only when we head to Zandvoorts, and the highest finisher of that race will become your champion. No points for Zandvoorts, just whoever finishes the best out of the 4 will win the title. Doesn't get any better than that. Lupton looks low now, trying to wait for the right time to make a pass. Better hurry, because the other competitors would want to win here. And Roger Ray's working his way up to the front. Here comes Lupton. And Lupton low, and he's going to try to get the lead from Robert Smith. Oh, we already had like a little bit of drivers are separating already. Oh, they're going 4 or 5 wide. Oh boy. Just hope that these guys don't wreck each other out. And Robert Smith actually led to the line, but Lupton's still trying to pass the 10 car. Smith has been a dominant car with 3 wins this season. O'Neal has done him better with 4. But if Robert Smith wins, he'll tie Balvin for most wins of the season with 4. And these two could be Final Four competitors. would be well deserving with their results right now. So it's going to be a really exciting race for the championship. And Lupton so far has the slight edge. Great, but Robert Smith though, that high line, he's done well with that high line. And here comes the 13 car of Eli Bright. Also trying to work his way up to the front. And Bright takes the lead. Gets the drafting help from Balvin. And I'm not sure how these cars separated, but nevertheless, though, Canario is trying to catch up without any drafting help. And Bright gets a little bit of room. Eli Bright, look at how much he's pulled away a little bit. Even without the drafting help, he's pulled away a little bit farther. And he's done a great job at doing it. Now the 24 of Lupton up to second. He has not gotten the lead all day. He's been so close, but he's not been able to beat Smith on those high lines. Maybe might have to move up high and try to get the draft from Robert Smith. But now Manoli's trying for third place. Manoli's trying to get third place now. And maybe second. Here comes 34. And 34 gets second position. Now trying to catch up 13. Here he comes down low. Here comes Manoli. Gonna take that lead away. And Manoli takes that lead in 34. And look at this. Steve Morgan trying to help out Balvin. Trying to get him into the front. Question is, will Balvin go up front? And he will. And O'Neal Balvin now in the lead. He was the runner-up at Talladega. And he would love to get that win. And that would be his 5th of the season, which is something that hasn't been reached in a long time. 5 wins in the season would be probably a very impressive run for Balvin. But there's still 2 races left, and still would have the chance to tie the record for most wins in a season, and that was Pichu who set that up in the very first one with 6. No one has ever been close to 6 wins since then. Twice we've seen drivers win 5 races in a season. Balvin's trying to be the 3rd. Well, 4th I should say if you count Pichu. In the very first Pokemon Cup Series season. It was a different time back then. And now who's the leader? Look at this. Grayson Acevedo from 5th place to the lead. Grayson Acevedo out of nowhere takes the lead away. And Robert Smith wants it back though. And Robert Smith is going to get it back. Robert trying to win for the 4th time in season 23. Trying to join Balvin in that much wins. And now here we go again. Christian Vargas trying to go down low for the lead. And there he goes. Vargas leads. Christian Vargas in the mix to win. It would be real awesome if he won because he has never won a cup race. Trying to win for the very first time in his career. And now Lupton finally gets his shot to lead. He goes low though. And Lupton finally is in front. I'm sure Cody Lupton's been close to Robert Smith a couple times but never was able to get the lead. Now he's trying to hold off the 95 and all the other drivers competing to win. The other pack just trying to catch up to these guys. And for the first time today, Cody Lupton is going to lead a lap here in the race. Now Yin Canario looks low. And Lupton trying to block every lane. He blocked Canario. And now Canario wants it back. He's going to get the lead again. This has never been so exciting with 10 laps to go. A lot of these playoff drivers all competing to get in the final 4 in the championship. And some of these underdogs are in the mix as well. And plus, these guys are also catching up to the pack. Who knows what they'll do? All trying to catch that first pack, that important one, and then it would be a whole new ball game. They'll race it 9 laps to go. Lupton led that lap. Using the draft from Robert Smith. Here comes Canario for the lead again. Still trying to get Lupton. And they're side by side for the lead. And now the 20 car, Philip Goldberg, working his way back up. Trying everything he can to get the draft and possibly catch up to these guys. Coming to 8 laps to go. Manoli, look at Manoli trying to be aggressive, trying to go low. Now they're almost 3 wide for second with 8 to go. All trying to mix things up. Still a battle here in the back. All of them are trying to catch up to the lead pack. And that's the important one. Uh-oh. Almost going 4 wide there. They had made one bad move. It could have been trouble for these guys. And now Lupton trying to block. As he goes down low and he is trying to block Robert Smith and O'Neal Balvin. Look at Balvin gain a couple positions. How about Robert Smith trying to use the high line to make the pass? He was best on the high line, but he has no drafting partner. That pack looks like it's getting closer. Might even catch up to these guys by the end of the race. 7 laps to go in a battle of teammates, but they're both playoff drivers, so only one of them is going to get the shot to enter the championship 4. Yepes on pit road. He enters the pits. And this might cause a scene. Coming to 6 to go here at Orlando. Yepes' chance to win just went down the drain. So Yepes not going to win for the 2nd straight race as he comes to pit road and tries to get back on track. Question is, how will this affect the leaders? And Eli Bry took the lead all of a sudden. Man, this happens so fast I barely catch them taking the lead away. Roger Ray in 2nd and O'Neal Balvin 3rd. Balvin trying to get his on 2nd straight top 5 in this round. Would definitely, possibly, almost assure of him getting in the playoffs with those points, but he would love to win. He just wants to win outright. And he's hungry for the win. Cars coming down pit road. These two come down. And we have 5 laps to go. So the cars are slowly coming down pit road. Yepes is out, and I don't think they'll catch him. Fitzwater off pit road now. I'm sure these guys will have to come to pit road sooner or later. So now it's going to be coming down to whoever gets the best strategy. Are some of these guys willing to stretch the fuel and make it to the end? Some of them might not. Now Yepes are in front of Yepes. They've just lapped the 88. Who's coming down at this time? It appears most of these guys, but Roger Ray isn't, and he'll be leading the race. With 4 to go here in Orlando. Balvin also not gonna pit. Neither does Steve Morgan. These guys also stay out, trying to catch up to the pack. Question is Roger Ray gonna have enough fuel to finish? There'll be 3 laps to go, and I'm sure everyone's gonna be pitting at this. Gonna be taking the pit stop. Steve Morgan held up a little bit by the 4 car. I don't know if it's gonna matter. Roger Ray might come down at this time. And he will. He's coming down now. Other drivers coming down. Who's going to stay out to lead? 3 to go in Orlando. And Alex Hawkins is now your leader. Getting held up by Yepes. And now Ada Milliken's trying to get the lead away. Chase Marks is well in front. Hawkins on that high line. Here comes Milliken. Trying to use the bottom edge. And now Milliken's up to 2nd place. Marks up to 3rd. But they might be out. They might have to come down now. Coming to 2 to go at Orlando. Hawkins, he's coming down. Marks is coming down as well. Milliken's going to stay out with 2 laps to go. He's your race leader. Does he have enough fuel to finish? Trying to save the fuel and win. And who's 2nd now? I believe Roger Ray would be 2nd. Milliken trying to save the gas. 00, I think he's out. And he's slow, he's out. He's finally out of gas. Milliken stretched it 1 lap too far. He had nothing on the line. He tried to stretch it as far as he could, and he can't make it. And he's out of gas. And they're coming to white flag. He'll make it to pit road on time. At least he doesn't slow up in front of everybody. But what a shame for Milliken. He just needed 1 more lap to make it and win. What a gutsy move by the 00 though of Milliken. Trying to stretch the fuel out. Coming to pit road. He's going to get only fuel only. And he's off. He took the white flag as the leader. He could still win it. He might still actually win this race. It would be very shocking if he did. He's off pit road. He's just got fuel. Now the other pack catches up. Hawkins getting passed by Marks for 2nd. Here comes Milliken. They'll race them down. Milliken trying to make it. Still has the pit road speed slow. Is he going to get back on track? Looks like he will. Pack is coming. Friesen just took that 2nd spot. Milliken trying to block him, and Friesen gets by. That's the lead. Carter Friesen out of nowhere takes it to the final corner. Carter Friesen. He's finally going to do it, and he's going to get the win at Orlando. Carter Friesen has won at Orlando. He finally does it. One of the consistent drivers to have not won a race, and he finally wins at Orlando. Carter Friesen wins at Orlando in a surprise finish. It looked like Chase Marks was going to be in front and win. Yeah, it looked like Chase Marsh was going to do it, and yet somehow Carter Friesen on the high line got through everybody without drafting help, I might add, and he gets by Milliken for the win. Milliken knew he was never going to get back up to speed in time. He tried it, and he couldn't do it. Wow. That was a... Wow. Milliken could have won if he had gone faster, but he just couldn't get it in time. And Carter Friesen finally has won a Pokemon Cup Series race. Wow. He's been... Early in the season, he came up so close many times, but this time, he wasn't going to be denied. And Carter Friesen has won here at Orlando in this caution-free affair. Oh my goodness! It must have been it must be a relief for Carter Friesen to finally get his first career win. The 38 car wins here at Orlando, and the pit stops will change the outcome of this playoffs for sure. Kyle Manoli was the only one of the playoff drivers to finish the top 5. In fact, he was the only one to finish the top 10 in 5th place. Canary was 12th, Lupton 15th, Balvin 19th, Smith 25th, and the rest of the field down below, Roy 33rd, Acevedo 35th. Wow, this was a complete twist. This will definitely have an effect, a major effect in the playoff field. Wow. So next race is going to be at Coca-Cola Super Speedway. And that will be the big one. The one that decides which driver will move on to the championship race. Which 4 drivers, I should say, will move on to the championship race at Zenjoltis. Very important race coming up. It's the Super Snack 500. You don't want to miss it. The points are coming up, and we'll see you guys at Coca-Cola as we join Carter Friesen in Victory Lane. Finally wins a Pokemon Cup race. We will see you all at Coca-Cola.